Hello people, how are things going? Well, in this second episode, we're going to be talking about some frequent questions that people have about staking ADA cryptocurrency or about staking Cardano. And we're going to start with the first question. A lot of people have this question because we know that staking in Cardano is something new. Well, and the first question is it possible to stake Cardano? Or is it possible to stake ADA cryptocurrency? Well, and the answer is yes, it is possible. A lot of people still don't know that we are in the Shelly era of Cardano. And we are here in this Shelly era since the end of July this year, 2020. And for those who doesn't know, Cardano has 5 different eras or 5 different phases or stages, which Cardano call eras. The first era was Byron, and the current one is Shelly. Well, with Shelly, now you can stake your ADAs with a staking pool and earn rewards as long as the staking pool could mint blocks in the Cardano blockchain. And something important to say is that you will be able to stake your ADAs from Shelly era to the rest of the time. And if you ask me, I really encourage you to stake your ADAs now, because in these early times there will be more rewards. An interesting thing is that rewards are taken from a concept called the Cardano Reserve. And the Cardano Reserve is a limited resource. It's like a bag with a lot of ADAs in it, but it has a limited number of these ADAs. Even though the reserve will never become zero, there will be less ADA in the future in this Cardano Reserve. That means that rewards in the future will be less too. Well, but now we all know that we can stake our ADAs, our Cardano cryptocurrency, in a staking pool and earn rewards as long as the staking pool mint blocks in the blockchain. The second question is, are my ADAs frozen or blocked when I stake them in a staking pool? Well, I'm not going to lie, but many people think that they won't be able to use their ADAs if they stake them in a staking pool. And that's not true. When you stake your ADAs with a Cardano staking pool, with any Cardano staking pool, you still will be able to use them. I mean, you can send ADA to your friends, you can send them to your favorite exchange, for example, etc. But you need to be aware that the more ADA you have in your delegated wallet, a delegated wallet is a wallet where you are staking. So the more you have in your delegated wallet, the more chances you have to get higher rewards if the staking pool earn rewards too. And it is also important to know that each epoch, this is each 5 days, Cardano takes snapshots to your wallet in order to calculate your future rewards. So you might want to have more ADA in your wallet just in the moment of these snapshots. Well, let's move to the third question. And the third question says, what wallets can I use to stake my ADAs? Well, currently the wallets you can use for staking purposes are Daedalus, Yoroi, and Adalite. Daedalus allows you to choose a staking pool from their own list. The list contains all the staking pools registered in the network. In Yoroi and Adalite, you will need to enter the ID of the pool you want to delegate your ADAs. In order to find this pool ID of your favorite pool, you can go to a pool explorer such as Cardano Scan, ADA Pools, or Pool Tool. This pool explorer will help you to find the best pool that meets your requirements. If you have a hardware wallet, you can stake your ADA in that hardware wallet by using Yoroi or Adalite. So remember, Daedalus, Yoroi, and Adalite will allow you to stake your ADAs in the Cardano blockchain. Well, the fourth question, it says, how do I choose a staking pool? Well, this is a difficult question that deserves a podcast to talk about it. This is because you need to take in mind various blockchain parameters and pool metrics, but by now I could advise you that if you are a small Cardano holder, I mean lower than 1 million of beta, a medium-sized pool can give you good rewards. What do I mean by medium? Medium size. This is not a financial advice, by the way. But a medium, for me, a medium-sized pool is a pool that has for about 20 or from 20 to 60 millions of ADA delegated to that staking pool. But as long as a pool is not close to saturation point, it is still a good option to put your ADAs in it. But if you are a big ADA holder, I mean 5 millions of ADA or more, I can advise you to choose a small pool, since you will increase their probability to mint blocks, and since you have the majority of the stake of that pool, you will have good rewards with that pool. But we can delve into this topic later in another episode. So now let's switch to fifth question. And the fifth question says, do I need to send my ADAs to the staking pool I want to delegate to? Well, and the answer is no. When you stake with the staking pool, you never send ADA to that pool. Your ADAs are still in your wallet, and remember that you can still use them. If someone is asking you to send ADAs in order to delegate to any pool, beware, because that could be a scam. Now let's see the sixth question. Can I unstake my ADAs? You can do this in your Roy wallet now. The last version of this wallet brings us this new feature, but with Deadloose and Adalite, you will need to create a new wallet that is not staked with any pool, and you will have to move your funds to that wallet and forget about your old delegated wallet. But yes, you can do this. You can unstake your ADAs. Different methods for each wallet, but you can do this. Let's now talk about frequency of rewards. The seventh question is, how often will I receive rewards? Well, if you have just delegated your ADAs, you should receive your first reward in the fourth epoch, counting them from now. Now, from the fourth epoch, ideally you should receive rewards at the end of each epoch. It means each 5 days. But this is only in the case the pool is being elected to minting blocks. Remember that if a pool is not elected to mint blocks in a specific epoch, nobody is going to receive rewards for that epoch, not even the owner. Well, let's go to the eighth question. How much rewards will I receive? Well, this is another topic that deserves its own episode to talk about it. In fact, rewards are one of the most complex topics about Cardano. Rewards are calculated with a complex formula, and there are a lot of blockchain parameters and pool metrics that we need to take in mind in order to calculate properly rewards from a specific epoch and to a specific pool. But we have this concept of return of ADA, which is like the rate of return of your ADAs. Each pool has its own rate of return. This is calculated with the formula as I said before, and these rates are only an approximation. You can find these rates in the different pool explorer that are available for you. You know, Cardano Scan, ADA Pool, and Pool Tool platforms. In these platforms, you will be able to find the return of ADA of each staking pool. If a pool doesn't have mint any block, the rate of return of ADA will be 0. But for example, by this date, September 19th, the higher estimated annual return is 30%, and the lower estimated annual return, different from 0, is 0.07%. So by now you will find pools that will offer you returns of ADA from 0.07% to 30%. But remember that this is not the only metrics that you should take in mind. You need to see the saturation level, the performance of the pool, and other important metrics. Now, the ninth question is, what happens if the pool I am delegating to gets hacked? Well, you don't need to worry about your ADAs in your wallet if a pool gets hacked, because your ADAs are secure in your own wallet, and if a server in a staking pool gets hacked, it can only threat the pledge of the owner. Remember, the pledge is, in simple words, the pool owner participation in ADAs in its own pool. The pledge of a pool is in a wallet in the server, so if the server gets compromised, the pledge can be stolen. In these cases, you might want to follow your staking pool social network to stay tuned about any news the pool owner wants to transmit to their delegators. But remember, if a pool gets hacked, your ADAs are safe in your wallet. The 10th question: do I need to pay a fee to stake in a staking pool? Well, the answer to this question is yes, but you only will need to pay the initial transaction fee to send your stake certifications to the blockchain. Currently, that fee is for about 2 ADAs, a little bit more, but it is not greater than 3 ADAs. And once you have delegated your ADAs, you won't pay any fee directly from your wallet. In Deadloops, for example, there is something that usually confuses delegators. When they see the list of staking pools and select one of them, you will be able to see the details for that pools. And one of the details is the pool margin, or the margin fee. So people think that this margin fee is like a cost that you as delegator will be paying, but no. The margin fee is the profit of the pool owner, is the percentage of the rewards that the pool owner will keep as a profit. As you can see, that margin fee is not paid directly from delegator wallets because it is taken from the rewards the pool is generating. In case the pool is not generating rewards, there will not be any margin fee extracted because we don't have rewards. Now, the 11th question: can I change from a staking pool to another? And yes, you can do that. You can change from one staking pool to another by simply selecting another staking pool from your wallet and delegate to that staking pool. And you can do this at any time you want. There is no restriction to do that. Well, and finally, the 12th question is: now that I have delegated my ADAs to a staking pool, what's next? Well, if the pool you have delegated to is not big enough to mint any block, you can wait for it to have the correct size to have chances for minting blocks. And if the pool becomes big, you should keep an eye in the size of that pool, because if the pool gets saturated, your rewards will begin to decrease, and they will decrease rapidly. So if a pool is close to saturation, it's not a bad idea to choose another one. So well, people, that's about it. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Remember to subscribe my social networks in the episode description below. And if you would like to support my pool, you can delegate to Cardanpool, ticker CPOOL, CPOOL. I would really appreciate it. And well, thanks for listening. See you in the next episode.